Constellation Energy.
Well, good morning. It's 7:43 at KNEB and 45 degrees with sunshine. It is time for today's News Extra program, and brought to you today by Gering Civic Center. Here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you, Dennis, and good morning, everyone. Our guests today are Diane and Jim McKnight, and they are local residents here, and Jim has gone through some health issues here over the last few months. Actually, looks like he's doing a lot better right now, but it was kind of a tough struggle, and they have some medical bills they need to pay, and so we're going to talk about some fundraisers. But first, we're going to have Jim discuss exactly what the situation is with his health issues. You were diagnosed with a disease that's kind of similar to MS, but it's actually a little more serious than that, right?
Yes.
Kind of explain what that's all about.
It's Guillain-Barre, what's known as Guillain-Barre Syndrome, or French polio. It's a disease that affects your nerves. It's an autoimmune deal.
Autoimmune disease, right?
Yes.
And kind of attacks your body similar to like what MS does, right?
Yes, it does.
The myelin sheaths and so forth around the nerves and all that kind of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Basically, it can turn itself around at any time. When I had it 19 years ago, it turned around partway through. This time it went the road.
Yeah, went all the way. Now, you had it for a second time. You kind of had a second situation here back in February. Describe exactly what happened when you got it the second time.
Well, when I had it before, it took like 2 weeks to run through the deal. This time, I came home from work on Saturday. By Sunday morning, I couldn't get out of bed. My legs didn't work. My arms didn't work. And by Monday morning, I couldn't even move. I went to the hospital, to the emergency room on Sunday. I tried to tell them what I thought it was. They run tests on me. They couldn't confirm it, so they sent me home. By Monday morning, I was
pretty much paralyzed, right?
Basically paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah. This was in early February, so they transferred you down to Denver to Swedish Medical Center.
Yeah, they Flight for Life me down on the 7th, and immediately upon arrival down there, they put a respirator in me, and I was in the critical care unit for 3 weeks.
You were down there. Now, you were at Swedish for longer than even 3 weeks. You were there for about a month and a half.
49 days to be exact.
49 days. Okay, and they worked on you. There's a lot of expenses involved with this, but you had all kinds of treatment when you were down there, right?
Yeah, I had 12 rounds of plasmapheresis, 5 rounds of what they call IVIG, and then acute rehab for 4 weeks when I went to getting better.
Yeah. Now, you were getting better by about week 3. You're able to walk a little bit and move around. I mean, you walked in here today. Nobody would really know exactly for sure that you've really had anything wrong here in the last couple months, right?
Well, other than
if they were inside your body and felt some of the things you felt, like the nerve tingling and the buzzing in your feet and the hands and that kind of stuff, right?
My balance is, I can walk, but my balance, if I happen to step in a low spot or something, my balance goes. I mean, I don't have it. It's not there.
Yeah. You probably have problems walking up hills and that type of thing, right?
Well, yeah. It stresses my legs a bunch walking up a slope. Stairs, I can do them, but I have to be really careful.
Mm-hmm.
had to basically revamp the house, wheelchair ramp when I got home, and had to put all the handrails in and all the, which I'm not using anymore now, but
Yeah.
who knows what might happen tomorrow.
All right. You're doing some other rehab at home too,
Yes.
right? Similar to what people would do if they had MS. You're stretching out with rubber bands and that type of thing,
Yeah.
right?
They basically have turned me loose on my own. I had 4 weeks of it at Swedish, and the guys up here told me that I knew everything that they were going to teach me anyway, so to cut down on the medical bills a little bit, they just
Yeah.
let me do it on my own.
All right. Now, the medical bills, you mentioned just the initial part of this was like over a quarter. The first bills you got at the house were about $250,000, right?
Yeah. We got a bill the other day for the first 10 or 11 days was $265,000.
It's amazing, isn't it? How
It's
how it
to
goes.
scare you to death.
Yeah, and you're thinking it's going to be maybe even close to $500,000 to $1 million before you're all done, right?
I'm pretty sure it'll be.
All right. And you guys
Close to that.
do have some insurance, and we're going to let Diane talk. We're going to take a break here, and we're going to talk about the fundraisers and ways to help these folks out right after this.
Beyond Compare. You want a venue with added value, with professional staff to assist in event planning, and a new shop's 29 years of catering experience, you can effectively amaze 1,150 of your closest friends. Book your small dinners, picnics, banquets, and meetings of all sizes. Call West Nebraska's premier multifunction facility or visit us at
Where do you guys live in Gering? Scottsbluff?
The Gering Civic Center. You've been here, you know.
On County Road 19.
All right, we are back, and we are talking to Diane and Jim McKnight. They are rural Scottsbluff residents. They live out on County Road 19, and we're talking about some of Jim's health issues. He's got what's called, and I'm going to mispronounce this again, Guillain-Barre. Is that close, Diane?
That's very close.
That's close. And it's very similar to MS, although it's a little more serious, I'd say, than MS. Kind of like French polio, and Jim's had it here for a second time just recently, and while he's doing much better right now, they've got some medical bills to take care of, and that's where Diane's going to come in and tell us about some of the fundraisers to help these folks out, because they're looking at medical bills that are hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We're just overwhelmed at the number of family and friends who pitched in together and have come up with several different benefit funds for us. One of them coming up this Friday is at the event center, the Valley Event Center on the Scottsbluff Gering Highway. We're having a benefit chili dinner, and it will be from 5 to 9 this Friday. Tickets for adults are $7 at the door or in advance, and $4 for kids 12 and under. And at the door, the adults are 8 and the kids are 5. It includes bread, relish, sloppy joes if you don't want the chili, and some relish tray. We will have an auction. Mike Nuss will be there to do some auction items. We have some really nice donated items. Gary Luce is going to donate several Hot Wheels cars. One of them is a 1949 Mercury. It's the first 1/4 scale car, and another one would be a 1963 Dioriac. It's the first made, and so those are very nice items. Barbecue grills, things of that sort, lawn and garden supplies, a lot of items. We'll have raffle tickets for half a hog, and processing will be included. It's $5 each, or 5 for $20. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, and hoodies for sale with the logo of the benefit for Jim McKnight. There'll be a poker run May 26th. We can contact Butch Randall or Rick Bernhardt for more information on that. There will also be a quarter beef drawing, and you must be present at the rally to get that beef. In the future, there will be a team roping and barrel racing event, and that will be announced in June.
All right. So May 26th, how do you contact these folks that are part of this poker round?
You can get a hold of many of the family members: Les, Eleanor McKnight, Roxy McKnight, Lacey Bernhardt, Rex Wheeler, and Lynn Booker, myself, or Jim.
Okay. We'll just kind of put some of those phone numbers on the website on my blog and so forth as to how you can get a hold of you. So just look on the from the News Booth blog, and we'll put all that information if you want to get involved in that poker rally, and the information on all these fundraisers to help Jim and Diane McKnight out with these medical bills from this situation that he has had a real problem with here over the last few months. We appreciate you guys stopping in, and good luck with everything.
Well, thank you for having us down here.
You bet. All right, back to you, Dan.